repurpose their manufacturing facilities to create ventilators, to create equipment. And I know I speak for the President when I say how grateful and proud we are for that. We also discussed with the governors a real breakthrough on the availability of ventilators. We called on the governors to survey all outpatient surgical centers and hospital operating rooms, because surgical ventilators that anesthesiologists use, because of an FDA decision rendered this last weekend, those can be easily converted now to ventilators that can be used for people struggling with severe illness from the coronavirus. And so we called on our governors in conversations with state leaders to survey all of their surgical centers and hospital operating rooms to identify that equipment, and with the new FDA guidelines, they'll be able to convert those to help meet the needs of ventilators across the country. We are now 8 days into the President's 15 days to slow the spread. The American people are rising to the challenge. We're doing this. But in the days that remain between now and the end of the 15 days, we're going to need every American to take this seriously. Listen to your state and local health authorities, where there may be additional and stronger guidance in areas where the coronavirus spread has been more severe. But for every American, know that the part that you do, that your family does, that you do with the ingenuity of American industry, with dedicated leadership at the state and federal level, I know that we can slow the spread, we can protect our most vulnerable, and we will heal our land.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. So I'm Rear Admiral John Polovchek. I'm the Supply Chain Task Force lead.
This is Rear Admiral John Polovchek. He's working with FEMA on the coronavirus response.
Critical medical supplies, which include personal protective equipment and ventilators, items like that. I just want to take a few moments to explain the organization that we've stood up this week, these last few days, and our approach. So you have a chart behind me. I have two focus leads, one on personal protective equipment, medical supplies, and a focus lead on ventilators. Operating under 4 lines of effort. First line of effort you see is preservation, and leaders tonight have talked about that ability to make our stuff last longer. Acceleration. We have a team of people that are searching the globe for personal protective equipment, figuring out where it is, figuring out if we need to buy it or just transport it and get it here faster. We have all on separate system. Nobody has one site picture for that supply chain. We've brought our industry partners in. We're weaving that together to make better allocation decisions and understand where it is and where it needs to go. We have a line called expansion. You've heard some of that today. If those that have wanted to convert plants, those that want to get into the business, we have the tools to help them to go do that. 2 focus areas right now, PPE and ventilators, 4 lines of effort.
The Washington Post is reporting that the total deaths today crossed 100 for the first time. This morning, your Surgeon General on the Today Show said he wanted Americans to understand that this is going to get really bad. Do you share that prognosis?
Of course I do. It's going to be bad, and we have a lot of people dying from the flu, as you know. We have a very bad flu season on top of everything else. It's very bad. It looks like it could be over 50,000. And certainly this is going to be bad, and we're trying to make it so that it's much, much less bad. And that's what we're doing. I think we're doing a very good job of it. If you look at other countries, what they've been through, and you look at the kind of numbers and compare them to ours, which is a much larger country than most, the numbers are pretty amazing. And it started with the fact that we stopped people from coming in from a highly affected area and infected area. And it was a good thing to do. So yeah, it's bad, and it's going to, obviously the numbers are going to increase with time, and then they're going to start to decrease, and we're going to